That's good.
Yeah.
So you went to, was it jail, prison? What's the terminology?
Prison.
Dang,
Yeah.
I am so scared
Yeah.
of like prison. It's just like I've never been there, but like it sounds terrible. You're stuck in there. Take all your freedoms away. Is it as bad as they make it seem in movies and what you hear about? Like, what is it like when you're in there?
For me, like I started to reframe the whole situation before I went in, and I was like, listen, if I can go to jail for this, um, then it's people just like me, like it must be people that just made mistakes. And I'd done a lot of like traveling. And so I started to see this journey as just me going to another country with like
Okay.
own sets of rules and culture and currency and
Oh,
politics.
yeah.
Right. So I wasn't really scared because I knew that I was a good person, and I wasn't someone that started shit, and I wasn't someone that also liked to create drama and be involved in it. And I also knew that I had something on the other side. Often when there's conflict in prison, it's because it's like a family in there, and then there's people that don't really have anyone on the outside telling them to do otherwise.
Right.
So I can understand why these things happen, is because sometimes there's people that are in there for life, or there's people that have no family support. And so they get into arguments with people that they're close with in there, or there's debts or something like that. So it all really depends on your own unique situation. But for me, like I knew that I could use like my patience, because I did have a lot of patience, and I did have a lot of kindness. I think that's just like how I was raised, to always be kind and listen to people. And
yeah, I mean that's a great attitude. You knew you were going there, and you just were like, I'm gonna make the best out of this. I'm gonna see people in a positive light. If there's any situations that come up, I'm gonna use my skills just to deal with it, and I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna be positive about it. And it's not like you had 25 years. I mean, so it was 4 years that you were sentenced to, right? Did you end up going 4 years?
I'm still on my sentence right now, but I'm serving in
geez.
the community. Yeah, so I did a year.
Okay.
And 6 months in a halfway house.
Okay.
And then when I came out, I was like, still like, in the beginning, I was like, I was embarrassed to tell people that I lived in a halfway house. And then I was like, no, what? Screw that attitude. Like, fight for what you're believing in. And that's for like better reintegration, like programs and processes. Like there's so many things that I fight for now because of the experience that I went through.
And yeah, were a lot of people that you met in there like good people that you would hire one day? I mean,
100%. And then I also really realized how lucky I was to have the support that I did. My parents were there to bail me out 2 days later. My parents were there to bring me to court. My parents paid my legal fees initially. I am paying them back.
Nice.
But like, they're not just going to hand that to me. Like my parents, they want me to learn, they're not like, oh, no worries. Like they're like, no, like you have to take accountability. My substance use definitely affected them, and I had to hold up my end of the bargain. So
that's a fair deal.
It was a fair deal.
Whew. What a clip, right? You're having fun? You're having fun here? If you enjoyed that video, you'll probably like this video. You'll probably like this video too. And while you're at it, just subscribe to the show. It helps me out. It'll make your life better. But honestly, the fact that you watch one video, couldn't appreciate you more. Thanks for watching.